Hey, what is up guys? Guitar Rock here, welcome back to another Blue Archive video. Alright, guess what? We have the patch notes, as you can see, coming tomorrow. Alright, this is going to be for 3rd of December. So let's talk a little bit more about what is happening, because we have a couple of very important banners. Alright, so the important highlights of this particular patch is going to be, should you pull for Swimsuit Shiroko versus Swimsuit Izuna? Now these two are going to be very important, crucial characters for a lot of players. Now I'm going to try to give you guys a breakdown on who I think is going to be the better one. Now first things first, if you look at the patch notes, there's also going to be a bunch of other characters, right? A bunch of other students, but those two are going to be the more prevalent ones in terms of the meta. If you care about pulling for your favorite students, just feel free to do that, right? But first, let's just put the highlight on the newest character right here, in this case, Swimsuit Serika. Because the other students that I mentioned, they're all pretty much rerun students, right? So Swimsuit Serika is going to be the new student. She's going to be very capable in terms of trying to do damage from the back. She is going to be a special type student, alright? As you can see, she's a mystic damage dealer. So here's what she excels at. She does a lot of damage in an AoE. Alright, circular area, 1200% damage right there, and she's going to have a 6 cost EX skill. Now here's the important thing, right? She is very difficult to use if you're a new player, right? I don't recommend getting her, right? But I mean, if you get her along the way, that's fine. The reason why is because for a special student, which stays at the back, you cannot half their cost. You cannot use New Year Fuuka, you cannot use Ui in that case. So in this particular situation, I think she can still be used, similar to Makoto. Maybe she's good in Gregorius etc, right? A bunch of like niche situation, but she's not someone that you use a lot, right? You can see her normal skill is going to do 187% damage to enemies in the circular area. Her passive skill increase attack, and the last up skill increase critical damage of allies. Now overall, Swimsuit Serika is, I guess she's a decent character if you're looking for an AoE that hits from the back, but we have plenty of other options, and there's a lot of striker students that can do what she's doing. I don't really see the need right now. Even right now, if you guys are not aware, they recently added this Bani Asuna to the tactical challenge. For those of you who are not aware, you can see right here, my advice is to buy Bani Asuna. Try to get her to 5-star ASAP. That's what I'm trying to do, because the this particular shop just reset, right? We are on the month of December, so you can basically try to get her. She's essentially free if you play every single month. The shop is going to reset over, so you can like rebuy her shots multiple times. So in that sense, it does make less sense to basically get Swimsuit Serika, right? She's not bad by any means, just might be hard to use in certain situations. Now what about Swimsuit Nonomi in this case? Swimsuit Nonomi is going to be a red single target damage dealer character. Now she is good occasionally if you're trying to tackle the end game, either in Hieronymus or even against the Fury of Set. But in most cases, she pretty much got replaced by Dressina. Now if you have Dressina, I don't think you should pull for her. But if you don't have Dressina, then maybe you can consider that as an option. We also have Swimsuit Wakamo, which is a CC character. Swimsuit Wakamo and Swimsuit Nonomi, all these characters, they are not limited. Alright, so keep in mind, these characters including Swimsuit Shiroko as well. However, this is where it comes in, right? Swimsuit Shiroko is really meta. She's probably one of the better students to obtain, and in fact, I am going to be pulling her myself. As someone that did not pull her during her first appearance, I regretted it. Alright, so she is being used a lot in PvP. She's pretty much a very strong character, and you can use her every single PvP, right? Every single match. The reason why is because she has the cost regen, which is very important, cost recovery right here. She also has the ability to decrease enemies' defense, very crucial. Alright, can do decent damage as well against bosses situation. She is going to shine right there, and she also has an ability that reduces everybody's EX skill cost by 1 when you enter the battle, 1 time. Alright, again, she is pretty much a very strong meta character. With all of these kits combined, makes her very important, alright? Especially right now, if you don't have Himari, we only got 3 characters right now for global server, right? Which is Swimsuit Shiroko, Himari, and I believe New Year Haruka that can apply the cost recovery right here. So this is going to be a very important skill to have for a special student, right? Those are going to, later when Kisaki comes, we're gonna have 1 more. But again, for the time being, she is pretty much meta and can be used every single day if you play PvP, because PvP is something that's like crucial, right? However, for Swimsuit Wakamo is not a limited character. You can obtain her from the standard banner, but you can see right now, she is a character that applies CC, right? She can stun and stuff, can be a little bit of a DPS. She is going to be a piercing type, but with CC, we also have a lot of other options that's like much more easily accessible to a lot of players. So there's that to consider. So there's no need for you to basically get Swimsuit Wakamo. Now, if you are pulling in Swimsuit Shiroko's banner, alright, which I highly recommend her for sure, 100%, regardless if you are a new veteran player, she's definitely worth it. Now, there's a way for you to basically not get her, because as far as I know, we are approaching the fast banner extremely soon. If you look at the banner list, right now we are here, and then next week we're going to come with Swimsuit Izuna and Chise, and then we're going to have a Kana swimsuit and stuff, with some reruns here and there, and then we are pretty much going to have a fast banner coming again. This is going to occur somewhere in January or February. It's going to be around that timeline. Now, during the fast banner, as far as I know, we will be getting a selector on sale. Now, if you are a paying player and you are willing to buy, apparently that selector is going to have Swimsuit Shiroko as an option for you to pick from there. So if you are willing to wait, sure, but again, it's not going to be a free selector. You still have to spend money. Now, Swimsuit Izuna and Swimsuit Chise. These two, however, are going to be limited characters alongside with Swimsuit Memory, as you can see. Now, the banner dates are going to be different. As you can see, Swimsuit Shiroko is going to leave at 14th, alright, and then here comes Swimsuit Izuna, alright, for 1 whole week. Now, the thing is, Swimsuit Izuna and Swimsuit Chise are both limited, so if you want to get them, now is pretty much the chance. If not, you have to wait like 1 whole year before they basically rerun. So let's talk a little bit more about these two, right? If you can pick one, I highly recommend Swimsuit Izuna. She's pretty much someone that you get much more usage out of compared to Swimsuit Chise. Now, Swimsuit Chise's issue is like, she's a striker type, and she's a character that applies CC, but she's very expensive. It's a 6-cost unit. She is pretty good, right? If you're trying to tackle the upcoming raids for Wakamo, she can be used right there, but you can just, borrow or like use someone else's one, right? But here you can see she does decent damage, can apply stun, and if the target is already affected by CC, she applies even more stun to them. And pretty much she applies damage on her normal skill. She also can increase attack right here, and when using EX skill, she will apply chill damage. She is definitely going to be harder for new players to try to justify, because we are like quite near to the fast banner, right? Now, again, if you are saving, for most players, fast banner is like in January or February 2025, so you might want to consider saving for then. But then again, if you care about the value of limited, then I get it, she is going to be there as an option. But if I have to pick one, I would highly recommend, in this case, Swimsuit Izuna, which is someone that I do have and someone that I can vouch for. The reason why is because Swimsuit Izuna is a focus fire character, but she's a 2-cost student, right? It makes her much more easier to cycle. You can basically slot her in anywhere and make her viable in that case. She also has an ability to decrease enemies' crit damage resistance, which is again kind of rare if you think about it. Not many students can do that. And I have her up to UE 40. Obviously, eventually, hopefully, I'll be able to UE 50 her. But you can see she's also very strong in the Fury of Sand. But for the time being, I do highly recommend Swimsuit Izuna. I feel like she has a slightly higher priority compared to Swimsuit Chise if you have to pick one. Now, if you can get both, then that's fine, right? Now, here comes the question then. Should you pick Swimsuit Izuna or should you pick Swimsuit Shiroko? Now, one is limited, Swimsuit Izuna is, and Swimsuit Shiroko is not, right? So there's still chance for you to get Swimsuit Shiroko outside of the banner. But, like you can pull, there's a chance for you to spook her later when the fast banner comes whatsoever. But with Swimsuit Izuna, you don't have that choice, right? I still think the priority should be towards Swimsuit Shiroko because of how useful she is. Now, the spook mechanic is really just, you are just gambling, right? And there's no guarantee that you will be able to get Swimsuit Shiroko. Now, if you start Blue Archive like about 1 year ago or about 2 years ago, I would say, yeah, sure, we can try to do that. We can try to gamble in terms of the students and try to pull in the limited banners only and try to have a chance to get certain students that are not limited in those banners, right? However, as someone that's been playing since day one, there's more and more students added. There's more and more standard banner. It's super diluted now. to basically target one specific character, to basically target a Swimsuit Shiroko and try to get lucky with her, it's going to be really RNG, right? It might take a while. I don't know how long you need to play before you will be able to get her. So that's something that you guys have to consider, right? Sadly, this game doesn't have like a wish list system or where you can like select, oh, these are the students that I want. There's no such thing. There's just so many students. So it's really hard to recommend that as an option right now. So I do think that the priority should lean towards Swimsuit Shiroko because she's excels in PvP and she's going to be someone that you use every single day if you play PvP, right? So that's something to consider. Definitely, if I have to choose one, it's definitely going to lean towards Shiroko, right? But alongside with that, we also have the main story update for Closure Task Force alongside with Chapter 3 Part 3 and Chapter 3 Part 2. I can't remember what happened in the previous story, but I think there was the Shupugaki twins and they appear, right? So curious to see where this leads. Very interesting. We're also going to have the Balancing Shields books. Very cool. Alright, this is going to be a specific event where you basically choose the puzzle and try to get this particular thing in this event. And some of the previous event will be added right here as well. Very cool. For Closure Task Force, that means you'll be able to obtain one more 10 recruitment ticket. This is going to give us another free 10 pulls. Defense Drill. Alright, so we are going to basically have that coming. And then Grand Assault Hovercraft Field Warfare. So make sure you guys get your CC characters ready. You need CC characters, something like Kayoko, Swimsuit Chise, or Camping Kotama, right? Those characters, or Swimsuit Wakamo herself. Alright, those are going to be something that you will be able to benefit from. If you don't have those, you might have to consider borrowing, but in this one, Grand Assault is going to be all 3 elements, and we're going to have to try to do that. One good thing, we're also going to have a new area, Mission Area 26, so that's going to be pretty cool. Normal and hard, so make sure you guys are doing that because we are also, alongside with that, going to get a double, I believe, equipment for the Area 26 as well, as you can see right here, right? Double drop reward for Mission Normal. As you can see, those are going to be the dates. Make sure you guys are farming the Aleph or Eligmas if you need them, right? Alongside with double drop commissions. Alright, so that's going to be pretty much it for this particular video. Stay tuned. We're going to have the viewer pools to borrow for Swimsuit Shiroko. If you guys want to participate, just, you know, feel free to DM me on Discord. If you guys have any questions regarding Blue Archive, join the Discord. Links are in the description. You know, feel free to ask any questions. Appreciate you guys for watching. I'll see you guys very soon. Subscribe. Give this video a like. Have a nice day. Goodbye.